can you kindly tell us about the processes you went through to gain the scholarship? So first of all, you have mentioned that you submitted a concept note to your supervisor, and then there were other steps you might have gone through to secure the scholarship. Can you briefly tell us about those steps?
So first of all, when applying, like after securing the primary supervisor, when putting in the application, because that's priority, you also apply for a PhD scholarship. So I ticked all the boxes that were there, which was the type of scholarship that I wanted. And so that was the only thing that I did. And then the entire process of like following up was done by my supervisor. After all I was doing was waiting on the communication. So there was not much that I physically did besides ticking the boxes when putting the application in. You know what I mean?
I'm sure you might have worked on a proposal, a CV, and probably your transcripts. Did you get all these together before submitting the application?
Yes, because when you're submitting for study, you have to attach all the necessary documents. So because the application process gives us that guideline where you have to attach all the necessary documents, including all the transcripts and all the recommendations. I don't know if there were recommendations and all of that. So, and it has been long. How many years? More than 5 years. I'm trying to recall that information. Right. So I did attach all my certificates, all my degrees and everything, and the transcripts. Everything was attached, including my curriculum vitae, well written, the South African way, which is what they want here, where you use action verbs and all of that. Yeah, so I did all of that.
Oh, all right. That's interesting. So it means you did not apply through any agent. You did everything yourself, and then your supervisor took it up from there, right?
Yes. So I did everything from A to Z myself. And so my supervisor just did the follow-up after discovering that months were passing without any communication with regards to that. And I think one thing that we need to know is that there are two types of scholarships that are offered. So there's the university scholarship, which is the one that you apply for when you are putting in your PhD application or your master's. And then there's also other PhD grants that you can apply for, which are not attached to the university. And so probably the process could be different, but for the one that you apply for the university, like a university scholarship, all you do is tick the boxes, submit all the required documents, and then wait for them to get back to you.
I know you have mentioned some of them: proposal, CV, transcripts. Are there other vital information or documents that PhD candidate or prospective PhD candidate need to get for their application here in Australia?
Wow, I'm trying to recall. It has been long. I don't think so. Besides the academic qualifications, I think that's the most important part because that's what they look for. And probably a cover letter why you proposed the concept notes that you're working on. And so that is something that is like a supporting document to your curriculum vitae or resume. And so, yeah, I don't think there's anything else that is extra besides your academic qualifications. And your work experience, I think, also because of it being a professional, a PhD. Yeah.
All right. I am aware that some universities here in Australia emphasize publication. So when you are applying, they will ask you to attach a list of publications that you have. Was that the case for you?
Yes. So that, I forgot. It has been long. Please forgive me.
That's all right.
Yes. So I remember Professor Caroline asked for the concept note and the publications. And I think I also attached that one. And luckily enough, when we worked on the project for the one that I went around colleges of midwifery in Zambia, where I was implementing the project, we actually wrote a publication and it was accepted with my co-authors from America. So we call it a training program against a training program for American College of Nurse Midwives and Zambia Midwives. And so I was part and parcel of that. And so we worked on a publication. So I had one publication at that time. but my work experience and everything else, including all my academic transcripts, also played a very big role in me securing both the PhD and the position.
All right. So considering your time in 2018 and now, apart from work experience, how many publications would you say an individual would need now in order to secure scholarships for in Australia?
Well, so first of all, the one thing that we need to know for Australia is that even if you don't have a master's degree, you can secure a PhD program. And so publications are not like so much a thing. So even one, like if you have one as your minimum and your prospective supervisor has seen your potential, you can still be given a position. So it's everything else, including at least one publication. I had one publication then. So that is me in 2017, when I was concluding my application. Having many or having so many just depends on everything else adding together. So it's a subtotal. So it's what we call a sum total of everything. So your work experience, your academic journey, your publication, if you have. So if you have one or you're working towards 2 and 3, the number doesn't matter. Everything else adds up to you being given a position.
All right. Thank you so much.
And it depends on
the Yeah, go ahead.
It depends on the yes. So if you're a nurse and a midwife, there are certain things that they need you to have, like your work experience is cardinal, and you know how you've been like performing academically. Because like for me, I had a cum laude. Actually, having a cum laude can actually make you enter into a PhD program without a master's, because that's a distinction. You know what I mean? Yeah. So what matters is your background and everything else put together, plus a publication or more, if possible.
So it means that your academic excellence is very key.
Yes, absolutely. You have to show that you are somebody that can be trusted with, especially a PhD, which is not something that is easy, and I'm sure you can attest to that. Yeah. So they need to see your academic strength, muscle. How strong are you academically? Yeah.
All right. I perfectly understand.